Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
While you're in sunny Florida, be sure to visit
Orlando! Enter into a world of epic adventure.
Hey everybody, this is Adam here, and this is
Nicholas.
We're playing 2,000 points, Age of Sigmar. I got my Daughters of Khaine versus...
My Gloomspite Gitz.
Yeah, classic rivalry with us. So yeah, really looking forward to this game. It's a fun matchup because he's got a lot of wounds on the table. Right?
I do, like 136 wounds or something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely more than I have. It's gonna be a fun challenge to try and take them all off the table.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun for me to just see him take them off the table. But I feel like I got a few tricks up my sleeve I can try to throw at you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot that the Gloomspite Gitz bring to the game.
Again, I wanted to play with a fully painted army, so I was 500 points short, and just easy choice to bring in a Mega Gargant mercenary. So got my Mega Gargant on the table, takes up 500 points, and I don't know, maybe that'll make you think twice about going this way or that way.
It's a really cool model too, so hopefully we'll get some good pictures of the model on the table. And he's got a nickname. What's his nickname?
Swamp Ass.
Mighty Swamp Ass.
Mighty
coming
Swamp
to the
Ass.
game. So.
Yep. So don't get sprayed by the swampiness of his. Anyway, the other cool thing about my army, maybe some of you won't find it cool, but I do, is like half of it or over half of it is not GW models. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, that's fun for
maybe
people.
They won't send me a book now or something. A lot of Reaper models in there. So we're big Reaper fans.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've been trying to, fit in my Reapers where I can. And so I got some Reaper, procs or whatever you want to call it, but, that's what they're intended for.
And maybe fun for people to see an alternative miniature choice if people want to spice things up. You can see what the Reaper models look like.
Yeah. So enjoy. And
we're playing the battle plan Savage Gains, which has one objective in each of our territories and 2 objectives in the neutral ground. Scoring, you score 1 for the one in your own territory, 2 apiece for the ones in the neutral ground, and then 4 points if you manage to take the objective in your opponent's territory. I have just completed the beginning of my first turn. I deployed first, so I elected to take the first turn. So what I've done is took the battle tactic Aggressive Expansion, and I have aggressively expanded all of my army as far forward as I can. I did coalesce on this one objective with these Witch Aelves. They're the ones with the bladed bucklers. Otherwise, just moved a lot of stuff forward. I brought down all of my Khinerai Lifetakers right away to get them out there on the table. I occupied this building over here with my Blood Stalkers. Moved Morathi up to take one of the objectives. So yeah, I definitely put everything, charging right in. I want to get into the fight, so let's do this.
you think you can do it?
Oh man, yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake.
All right.
So I have completed my first turn. Like I said, I moved everybody forward. I had the battle tactic Aggressive Expansion, so giving me all told 7 victory points for this turn. 1 for the objective in my own territory, 2 apiece for the objectives in the neutral ground, and then 2 more points for completing my battle tactic Aggressive Expansion.
Into the Gloomspite Gitz round 1 turn. I have completed magic and movement, or completed my hero phase and movement. So I tried for an extra command point and I failed. I chose the battle tactic that Adam chose last round, where I have to grab 2 objectives.
The 2 center.
Yep, Aggressive Expansion. And then I did I cast some spells. So I cast the War Scroll spell for the Arachnarok Spider, and it cast on an 11, and it gave D3 units double damage on their Spider Fang ability. So I gave it to the big Ragnarok, and I gave it to the Scuttle Boss here behind the shrine. And then I cast the Malevolent Moon. And so that came out and it hit the Khinerai Lifetakers and did 2 mortal wounds in the end, and took 2 of them off the board. So then I moved up, pretty much moved my force over here, my left flank up, and 3 inches away, and moved my trolls up a little bit, and then I ran my Mega Gargant and pushed up my spider over here to try and contest this objective. So we'll go into some shooting and maybe a little bit of combat. So, bottom of round 1, Gloomspite has finished their turn. Unfortunately, I did not get my battle tactic. I failed my charge with my big spider, the Arachnarok, to get in and add 5 more counts as to the objective. So I currently have 15 between the giant and the spiders to
5, 15. So you can't take it back from me.
Yes. So I took the objective over here, so that gave me 2 points on that one. I have my objective here still, so that's 1 point there. No battle tactic puts Gloomspite at 3. Daughters of Khaine
At 7.
7. And I don't know. That was disappointing for me.
I was worried. I was worried the whole time. I thought, man, I just put everything out there, and he's just going to delete it all and take the objectives anyway.
Yeah.
But nope. 7-3.
Lesson learned, I should go for a simpler battle tactic than trying to hope on the charges. I should have done something simpler and just choose to take that one or something. But anyway, hindsight's 2020, and we still got lots of game left. So not worried at all. That's my teeth chattering. Not worried at all.
We are into top of turn 2. I have won the roll off, and I elected to go first. So this is Daughters of Khaine, top of turn 2. Trying to be aggressive still, did some moving around. I fully committed my Witch Aelves to go after this Gargant that was right here. But someone did I think what's it called? The cowardice? The
Redeploy.
The what? The rut row?
Redeploy, smash later.
Yeah, the rut row run away.
You don't like that tactic?
I was about to eat eat a giant, and no, but that giant ran away instead.
Yeah.
So
he did.
Caused me problems.
We were just talking about that. In Warhammer Fantasy, you would get penalized for fleeing. And now
there's no penalty at all.
Now there's no
to run
penalty
away.
other than spending a command point.
Right. I could see in this particular situation I'm a little salty, but I could definitely see that there should be some kind of penalty, like he can't charge later in the same round, something along those lines.
Right.
To be some reason that you'd think twice about running away. But from the way it is right now, rules is written, there's no penalty. You should do it. If you've got a command point and someone's about to charge you, get out of there.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 5 and I got 5 inches out. So
I
that
guess
was nice.
the penalty is he can't count towards that objective anymore. No
Correct.
matter what he does.
Exactly. Yep. For sure. But I think I wasn't going to take it anyway. So calculated response, hopefully. All right.
All right. That's it. I'm going to go into shooting phase.
You don't have to shoot if you don't want to.
You want me to skip it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we are now into the end of my turn, top of round 2. Pretty good turnout for me so far. My battle tactic was to eliminate a battle line unit. There was one little spider rider with 1 wound left on him. Morathi took that out pretty easily. Morathi tangled with the giant a little bit, so she's up to 3 wounds there. My Blood Stalkers moved out of the building to help me take this objective, so I was able to get this objective over here. I'm still holding the objective in my deployment zone. Over here, I made a big charge with the Witch Aelves. I was able to come in. I almost took out that last spider there. That last spider would have given me the objective on this side. Too bad I didn't get that. I did some wounds on the giant. I was really disappointed I didn't kill this gargant. Taking out this gargant would have made me really happy. He's got, what, 5 wounds remaining?
Yep.
5 wounds left. I was close. I was so close. Witch Brew would have done it. If I had gotten off Witch Brew, that spider and that giant would both be dead if I gotten Witch Brew off. But Witch Brew, you roll for it now. I'm still salty about that, too. I'm salty about a lot of things, but I'm salty about that one as well. But overall, I scored 5 points.
6 points.
6 points this turn.
Right, because over here, you get an extra point for the monster killing the battle line unit.
Yeah.
So that's
right.
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Are your Blood Sisters battle line?
They are.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. That's it. Now we're going into Nicholas's bottom of round 2.
Bottom of round 3, or round 2, sorry. The moon moved to the middle, so I got an extra command point. I got +1 to cast. I got to choose a unit to do D3 mortal wounds to. So I did D3 mortal wounds to, or I did 1 mortal wound to, right, to your general.
Yep.
And I got, I did a little healing on the mega gargant over there.
Swamp ass.
The swamp ass. He healed 2 wounds.
You have a good shot at swamp ass. Do you have a good shot at swamp ass out there yet?
I have, yeah. So, good old swamp ass. He's hanging in. He's a little worried about Morathi, but just more about that in a minute. So I cast a spell with this the web spinner shaman. I cast his Venom of the Spider God. So I got an 11, and it was not unbound, whatever that word is, unbound.
Unbound.
Okay, and then so he did D3 units. So he got 2. So he got the buff for the spider and a buff for the scuttle boss. So they do double mortal wounds on their spider venom. I chose a battle tactic, the same one that Adam did. I'm just kind of copycatting over here. So I got to kill a battle line unit, and hopefully I can do that over here with my monster in the end and get an extra VP. Got to catch up. I did some movement. I moved the trogs up 6 inches. These trogs fell back. The spiders the spiders all shifted here, and the fungoid came to follow up behind the other Arachnarok, and then that brings us back to good old swamp ass. So he decided to push back a little bit more than 3 inches and retreat. So he's not going to be smacking anybody this turn, but maybe next turn. We'll see. All right, shooting, combat. To give a little recap, I shot into some Witch Elves over here. I shot my rock over at Morathi and did 3 wounds, 3 mortal wounds. So I got my max on her, which is nice. Just got always got to keep that budget, save a little bit from Morathi.
Yeah.
And then this was the big one here. My battle tactic was to destroy a battle line unit, and the unit is not gone yet. You can see there's still 2 people right there, and there's no monster. So I was hoping I got all those guys in. They killed all the way down to just 2 guys, and then the giant just stuffed one of them in the bag and killed the other one. But no, that did not happen. So I think I got a little ambitious with my battle tactics again, a second time in a row. Should have gone for the easy take, like seize the center, or
seize the center
take back
easy.
one objective or something like that. But I didn't, and here we are. So 3 victory points to me, to a total of 6, versus 13.
13. I have 13.
So a little bit of a spread, but a little bit of a game left.
Yeah. You've got some chances. You're not out yet.
Not out yet. No. But I was
If you want to
hoping.
concede now, I won't be upset with you. I understand.
I understand.
You were running away with your gargant in the first place. You're already in that mindset of redeploy, retreat, concede. You know, that's
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
You're saying until it comes. Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. No. All right. Maybe I'll go a little bit more less ambitious, and I'll go for points.
Do you want
that
to,
I
while
can
we're
secure.
recording, you want to do the turn priority?
I think this is a big priority roll.
It is. Well, here's a little.
Big because if I get it, I can actually score a decent amount of points. If you get it, then I think you just continue to smack me around a little bit. So let's see. Ooh, do I do one of these? Or do I pick a special dice from the box? Maybe one of these guys. This guy's got little bubbles in him. He's a little bit like, sick.
Special goblin-y.
He's goblin-y. He's looking for a good fight. So, all right.
Warlandos
Here we go.
for 6s. Let's go.
5.
Warlando for 6.
So you're probably going to give it to me. I'll take it.
Oh, no.
I'll take it. Thank you.
No. We are into the top of round 3. I won the roll off and elected to take the turn. I've just finished my movement phase. So I've got my models moving around. I had a big block of Witch Elves that were here. They've now swung around. As it is right now, they're contesting this objective right over here, objective number 3, which is in our middle ground. If I do take this objective, I complete my battle tactic for the turn. So we'll get 2 points for that, on top of the 2 points for taking it. My Blood Stalkers retreated back into this building, trying to get away from the gargant, but I think that Mega Gargant is going to be having them for lunch sooner or later. Morathi, changing her tactics, she's run over here to this side of the table.
So she retreated away from the gargant.
Because she saw some tasty little trolls.
I see.
She wants to eat some tasty trolls.
Yeah.
So that's where we're looking at the table right now. My magic phase. Oh my god, my magic phase was heartbreaking. Because I finally got off Mirror Dance. I was finally able to teleport Morathi-Khaine across the table. And she was just about to drop the Bloodwrack Viper on the Fungoid Cave Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that spell did fail to be cast. So that did not
Here
happen.
she is, so close.
All by herself over there.
Can we see that model? I don't know if we'll ever see that model.
You'll never see it because I can never roll the cast.
But look at this model. Wouldn't you want to get eaten? If you were to get eaten, wouldn't you want to get eaten by a snake like that? Just saying.
So now we're going to move on to shooting.
All right. I did remember to move my endless spell this time.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Casted first turn, and now he's moving the third turn.
I just finished my turn. This is top of round 3. Really good turn for me. Nicholas took off the objective that was on this side of the table. That was his Gur ability. So there's no longer an objective over here. So I ran away with Morathi. I ran away with my Blood Stalkers that went back into this house. The Blood Stalkers, earlier in the turn, they did some shooting. Took a bunch of wounds off of Swamp Ass over here. Morathi moved across the table. She killed 3 swamp trolls. My Witch Elves over here, they did a good job. They cleared out all the Spider Riders that were over here. The Cauldron, I love a tuned up Cauldron. When the Cauldron of Blood has everything on it, the Cauldron of Blood is devastating.
It is.
It has 3 attack profiles. My first attack profile was enough to take out those 5 Spider Riders, just deleted.
Yeah. I always underestimate, like, I didn't hear, but I usually always underestimate, oh yeah, I can take out a Cauldron. Come on. What's it going to do?
The Cauldron of Blood is got to be one of the best chariots in the game. I'm not an expert, but the Cauldron of Blood has to be one of the best ones. If the Cauldron of Blood can give all of its buffs to itself, the Cauldron of Blood can just devastate stuff. It's brutal. So over here, cleared out all those Spider Riders, and a couple of wounds on this hero that's riding a spider. So I was able to take this objective, and that was my battle tactic for the turn, was to take an objective that your opponent holds. So I took that objective. So altogether, I took 1 for the one in my own territory, 2 for the one that's in the neutral ground, and then I got the 2 points for completing my battle tactic. So altogether, I took 5 points on my turn. Put me up to a whopping 18 victory points to Nicholas. How many do you have?
6.
6. 18 to 6.
I'm not discouraged yet.
Don't be discouraged.
I have 2.5 rounds left. Here
There's
we go.
a lot of game left.
Hooah. Bottom of round 3, Gloomspite Gitz takes their turn. So, again, I should have learned, go for the easy battle tactic. And then I want to save the easy ones for later so I can just do them. I want to try to do the slightly more attainable ones, but I haven't learned my lesson yet. So here we are. I chose take an objective. And how I moved my guys around just really depended on how the hero phase went. So this is an example of how I feel. It's sort of like, you know, all these new abilities we get, like heroic actions and command points and run, you know, like all that stuff just really matters. So let me take you through my thought process. I chose to seize his objective over here. I was hoping heroic action to heal. I failed. Because I didn't heal, I couldn't go max distance. If he ran max distance with his max move, he would have got in range to take the objective, but he didn't. So now these guys had to move up there. I failed all my spells because Miss Morathi over here decided to unbind everything. So, thanks for nothing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. All right. So, because and then I was going to say, all right, well, hand to Gork. Let's just hand to Gork my lonely old fungoid over there. Hand to Gork failed. So here we are. I ran my trolls up. I moved my moon in, did a little bit of damage up there. I ran my scuttle boss over here to try to position in the middle here so I can block movement through here. And then the Arachnarok came back to try to take out Morathi. She has 3 wounds left, right?
3 wounds left.
So here's the test of time. Can the Arachnarok spider take out Morathi? On to the shooting and combat phase. Okay, bottom of round 3, end of round 3. The Gloomspite Gitz shot some, and they fought some. So, first off, the rock gut troggoths threw their rock into the Witch Aelves and killed off a few, about 2. And then the Arachnarok shot its bows in there and killed off 1. So three models down on that unit. The Arachnarok charged. There's no more Morathi here. And then the Swamp Ass. Yep. He sauntered over to the building and just started picking out some Blood Stalkers. And
just 3 of them left in there.
Laid waste. 3 left, though.
3 left.
You used a command point, kept them around.
Might as well. The command point was going away.
Yeah. So he did some damage, but did not take the unit out. And here we are. Going into round 4. I scored my battle tactic, which was to take the back objective there. So I got 2 points for that, and then I got 4 points for taking that objective. Puts me at 6. And then 1 for holding my objective down here still. So that's a total of 7 points for Gloomspite Gitz, taking me up to 13 points. The Daughters of Khaine's 18.
18 points.
All right.
Still comfortably ahead.
Still, yeah, you're about a round ahead of me.
Yeah.
If I had played
better.
If I had played better.
Yeah, if you just played better.
Then, yeah.
You'd
So
be
the
ahead
moral
of
of the story,
game.
play better. All right, here we go. Do you
Turn
want
priority roll. You ready to keep going?
This is an important turn priority. So
Let's see what happens.
all right, I'm gonna grab one of my.
Grab your unluckiest die.
I might grab my unluckiest die. I'm gonna grab this one I did before. I failed by 1, but I feel like I'm gonna get better at this.
You
so
ready?
Here we go. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
6.
Oh, you got it with a 5.
5. All right, so Gloomspite gets to choose.
What's it gonna be?
I think it would behoove.
Say it. Just spit it out. Just spit it out.
I'm gonna
spit
do
it
it.
out. Say
I'm
it.
gonna
Say
take
it. Say it. Taking it.
I'm gonna take it.
All right. Good.
Top of round 4, Gloomspite Gitz took their turn.
Double turn.
Double turn, yeah. So first double turn of the game?
First double turn of the game. Yep.
Yeah. So I think that might help me try to catch up in some points here. I chose the Seize the Center as my battle tactic. I also moved some models around. So I tried to cast some spells. I tried to cast the double damage mortal wound spell from the War Scroll and the Shaman, the Venom of the Spider God, and I got unbound by the Bloodwrack Medusa.
Yep, that's right.
And then I cast Mystic Shield from the Fungoid and put it onto the Rock Guts. Then I moved the Ragnarok a little bit, and then I moved the Rock Guts up a little bit. So, and then I moved the Fungoid into the center. So here we go. Going into shooting and combat. Top of round 4, Gloomspite Gitz finished their shooting and combat. I charged into... first I shot with the Rock Guts into the Witches. From there, I shot from the Ragnarok into the Witches, and I took out a few more Witches. Then I charged into the Bloodwrack Medusa, and the troggoths took her out. And then over here, the swamp ass, he swamped enough ass on that building. And he took out the Blood Stalkers. So, at the end of round 4, I take 4 points for that objective. Seize the center was my battle tactic, so I get 2 for that. So that's 6, and then 1 in the back here. So total of 7, putting me at 20 points to Daughters of Khaine 18.
18 points. It's okay, because I'm going to take it all right back right now.
Yep. Bottom of 4, coming at you.
Bottom of turn 4. All right, so I took my Witch Elves that were alone over here, moved them over to the center ground right here to take that objective, to take the center ground battle tactic, moved my Cauldron of Blood over here, and she's going to attempt to shoot at this Goblin Warlord. All right, bottom of round 4. Came around here with the Witch Elves, killed the Fungoid Cave Shaman out here in the center of the table. Cauldron of Blood, Hag Queen on the Cauldron of Blood, scooted up here with all of her broken bits and pieces that are piling up on there. And she took out the Goblin Warlord that was over here on the spider. So that's it, the end of turn 4. I'm going to score 2 points for holding this objective, 2 points for taking the center ground.
All right.
And that's it for the end of my turn.
4 points.
4 points total, putting me up to 22 points.
All right.
All right.
So the casualties of recording battle reports sometimes culminates in broken body parts. So, this is a chance for me to plug real quick. Hey, buy a t-shirt, buy some dice, go to our Teespring site, and buy a t-shirt, and then that'll help us maintain casualties.
Keeps our constant super glue supply in stock.
Exactly.
We need the super glue. In the past 2 games that I've played, I've gone through a lot of super glue, just moving pieces around the table.
So many
just
heads.
Fumbling. All these fingers, they're just like jamming into pieces. Pow, pow, pieces flying everywhere. Dice flying everywhere, pieces flying everywhere. You can help us out. Buy a t-shirt or buy some dice. And it'll compensate for what these fingers do across the table.
All right, look in the description.
Right.
You'll see a link. Go buy a t-shirt.
Wait, before you stop though, you want to do a turn priority roll?
Ooh, yeah. This is a big priority roll.
This is pretty much for the game.
This is for the game. Are you sure you want to take this on camera?
Yeah, oh fuck, yes. It's the only time to take it. Where's that die you've been rolling?
That's where that die I've been rolling.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, there it is. All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
4.
4.
Oh, wait.
I went first.
You went first.
So I win ties.
You win ties.
Strategically, I should take the first turn.
You have to.
I have to.
You have to.
Here we go. Gloomspite, round 5.
Yeah.
Here we go, last round. Going for gold. So Gloomspite Gitz goes first. The web spinner shaman gets off the venom of the spider god spell, and I get double. Oh shit! I get double damage on the venom attacks from the spider, and then I tried to heal, and I did not. I failed, and then I did some movement. So I ran the gargant, and he got around the building and into the deployment zone. And I ran the rock gut troggoths, and they made it back to the deployment zone as well, which was my battle tactic of seize the territory, something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of those.
And so there we go. So I think all is going according to plan so far. Now to shooting and combat. Okay, so at the end of Gloomspite Gitz round 5.
Round 4.
No, it was round 5.
Round 5?
Yeah, this is the last round. The Ragnarok kills the remaining Witch Aelves.
And here they are.
I did run my units in the back to get the battle tactic.
Him?
I have a monster in the back.
Them?
For seize the territory. I'll put the actual real battle tactic in the text below, but it's 3 points for that because of the monster. I get 4 points for keeping the back objective, and I still have 1 point for my objective, so that's a total of 8 points for my turn. So that puts me at 28 to 22. And now it's Daughters of Khaine.
Let's go.
Bottom of 5.
We're going to take this back. Let's take it back.
All right.
Here we go. End of the game. Did not go Daughters of Khaine's way this time. It was.
What was the score?
It was 31 to 30.
31 to 30.
And it came right down to the late game stuff. And I can't say this enough. Man, the late game, do not give up.
No.
The late game, there's points to be had.
The end of round 3, I think it was 18 to 6.
18 to 6, and it ended up being like 31 to 30.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever played a game of Age of Sigmar that went past 20 points.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
Ever. So to have a game that goes 31 to 30, it's huge.
Yeah.
And there was, at the end of the game, there were 3 units left on the table. 3 units.
Yep.
Of all their starting army. And they were on opposite sides of the table.
Which is the only reason why Gloomspite won, was because the grand strategy was to have as more units on the table
than your opponent.
Mm-hmm. So I had 2.
Yeah.
Because they ran away. Which was...
hey, the better part of valor, that's what they say, right? The better part of valor is to retreat and
it all
claim
started
victory later.
It all started with the Ale guzzler, gargant, redeploying to run away from the Witch Aelves.
Yeah.
And then...
this is my 3rd AOS 3 game. This is the 3rd AOS. And how many have you had? 25, 26?
Nah, maybe like 5 or 6.
What? No, 10 at least.
No, 5, like 6.
6. Okay. Yeah. All right. 6 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was an interesting game, and I definitely learned a lot. I learned a lot because you can look at the table and think all is lost, but there are still points to be had. Absolutely, there are still points to be scored. When you look at the table and think, oh, I don't know what I can do now. Look at your GHB, double check, because there are still points to be had.
Yeah. And we at first we were like, is it worth it to buy the GHB?
100% buy that GHB. We don't go through a turn where we're not picking up the General's Handbook.
Yep.
We have not gone through a turn where we haven't picked it up to look at it.
Yep. So.
Yeah. If you have to choose between getting the core book and getting the GHB, I would pick the GHB because I'm playing more often than I'm reading.
Yeah, if you're playing competitively, GHB all the way.
Mm-hmm.
If you want narrative play, maybe go core book. But
Yeah.
I think if you're playing competitively, getting ready for tournaments, GHB 2021. Yeah.
If you want to play the Path to Glory stuff, which we do,
Right.
you need the core book.
Right.
Right. So you need both. I guess you need both. You need to buy all the books. If there's a book that they sell, you got no. Never mind. Anyway, both books have value.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. And and grand strategy all the way right at the end. Mm-hmm. Like
And
yours was.
My grand strategy was to have 2 wizards, or at least have a wizard left. And I couldn't keep my wizards alive, so I didn't score on my grand strategy, which would have been 3 extra victory points.
Yep.
Which could have swung the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't keep them alive.
Yeah. So good game.
Good game.
Yeah. All right. Another one for Gloomspite. Well, I wouldn't say another one. The first for Gloomspite.
First AOS 3 for Gloomspite.
First AOS 3 for Gloomspite.
All right, that's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.